Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Hi, everybody. Happy birthday, Kendall. Happy birthday. Happy Friday to you. Is that a new dress? No. Hi, everybody. Right there's Friday. Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Friday. Hello, Coon Rapids. Hello, Isanti. Hello, Richfield. Hello, Egan. And hello to my beautiful mother. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I'm your host. My name is Jason. That's right. Have a seat. Thank you. It is Friday, and we are revved up. We are revved up and ready to go. We have a great show, and it starts right now with me saying this. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my sidekick sister, Kendall, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Kendall.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I know. Oh. Our executive producer, Jeff, hates that saying. Friday.
It's so great, though.
It is. Happy Friday to you.
Friday to you.
Any big plans this weekend? What are you doing? Anything big?
Yeah,
going to
we're
Red
going
Wing?
up north. Well, I was going to go to Red Wing to the concert that's down there with my family, but
Yeah.
then my friend invited us up north to a cabin. So
Up north, where so people can find you? Where
yes,
can they?
you can find me. By Nisswa.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
So not too far.
Not too
but
far. Not too far. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Hey, before we get any farther, we have some special guests in the audience. Now, you know her, you love her. You know her from Reba. You know her from Young Sheldon. And you know her from Fargo. Go Bears. Melissa Peterman. Melissa Peterman is our dear friend. And her Aunt Kathy and Aunt Susie are in the audience today. That's right. And where's Aunt Kathy? Right there. There's Susie and Kathy right there. It's Aunt Kathy's birthday. Right there. It's Aunt Kathy's birthday today, so that's right. We tend to do this, don't we, when there are VIPs in the audience. We have arranged, right before the show, we are going to give you our general... No, what is that? What is happening? Is somebody's phone going off?
Uh-oh.
Just, give me the phone. Give me the phone. Who is that? Who's calling you? Nobody. It was a Snapchat? You're Snapchatting during the show? Oh, okay, that's fine then. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. I love her.
You got away with that one.
Anyway, back to Aunt Kathy. We do this when VIPs are here. We have arranged, we are going to give Aunt Kathy our general manager's car. That's right. It's fancy. I think Sheila drives a Rolls, right? She drives a Rolls Royce. That's right. Anyway. Oh, I'm glad Aunt Kathy and Aunt Susie and this great audience is here, because this right here, you're witnessing the highlight of my day, and this is gonna, it's all downhill from here, because guess what I have to do today?
What?
Go get that real ID thing. Oh. Thank you. You know it. It is the 6th and 7th ring of HELL going down to get that, and but I've pre-applied. I think I have all my documents. I have a strand of my mother's hair. I think you need that.
Probably.
I have an old fingernail from my dad. You know what I mean?
You watch too many crime shows.
But no, I was watching Gayle King this morning after I was watching the Fox 9 Morning News too. But I'm saying I was watching Gayle King, who, by the way, still looks really angry. But I'm just saying, yeah, and I would be too. She just looks sad. She still looks mad. I would be too. No one defended her. Anyway, I'm watching Gayle King, and they did this story that there are millions and millions and millions of people that have no idea and will have no idea that as of October 1st, you won't be able to fly anywhere unless you have this real ID thing. And I thought about this, and I'm not making a joke here. I thought about, I don't know, let's call her Grandma Ethel. Grandma Ethel, who doesn't really, maybe she doesn't read the paper. She doesn't, she only watches this show. We don't educate you here. And you know what I mean? And then she goes to fly to see her grandson, Timmy. And she goes to the airport, and the TSA is like John Candy in National Lampoon's Vacation. Sorry, folks, park's closed. Sorry, Grandma, you can't get on the plane. I feel it's going to be Harry Carey on October 1st.
Oh, it's going to be cuckoo bananas. I'm not going anywhere.
No, nowhere. And really quick, we got to wrap up. Gail King told me, listen to this. Minnesota's been on it. I mean, we've been on it for a while.
Right.
Oregon and I think Oklahoma, there are 2 states that are not going to start offering it until this summer. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Girl, I'm not taking a boat. I'm not leaving my house in October. I'm just going to stay home. But I'm going there. I'm hoping the lines aren't that long. I got a haircut because I want the picture to look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they better give me. I hate it when they don't give you a 3, 2, 1. You know what I mean?
Or like an option when you're like.
Yeah, and you look like that for 5 years.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Anyway.
They're like, you don't look like your ID. I'm like, no, duh.
Yeah. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. You know what I'll do? I'll bring Aunt Kathy and Susie with me. You know what I mean? That'll keep me entertained at the DMV. Yeah.
FaceTime Melissa.
I'll FaceTime Melissa too. Entertain me, Melissa. Yeah. Let's get started. Justin Bieber was on with Corden again last night because it's been Bieber week there. This time he played one of our favorite bits that James does called Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts, and Justin did not hold back. This is great. Look.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you regret doing Cats?
Well, here's the thing. I had the loveliest time making that film.
Okay.
It took me 6 days.
Right.
And I loved every single second of it.
Wow.
So I think you've got to be careful not to decide. You've got to decide things on your own personal experience.
Right.
And I had a really great time.
Yeah.
So I don't regret doing it at all because I decided to do it in the same way that I've decided to do many things. Some have worked and some haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it at a solid 5.
Wow.
4.5. 4.5.
That seems fair. 4.5. Still have not seen Meow. And I'm going to have Aaron Schwab over because Aaron liked it. I'm still afraid when it comes on home video or VHS or wherever it's going after, when a movie... I think when a movie bombs, it goes right to VHS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Oh, you did see it. Or no, your family saw it and they walked out.
Yeah, my mom's friend walked on out the door.
Yeah.
And that's not Minnesotan.
No,
that is very un-Minnesotan to
No,
walk
we
out on a
clap
movie.
at movies here in Minnesota. Yeah, at the end. Steven Spielberg can't see you. Yeah. Anyway, James has been nominated for a Razzie for Worst Supporting Actor for his role in Cats. That's right. And he'll find out if he won next month.
You'll know how bad it is if Dexter starts barking at the TV. Like,
Exactly.
if he's like, that's a real cat, then maybe it's good. And if he's not convinced,
I doubt it. James wasn't the only one who got grilled. Justin didn't have it easy either. Look.
Justin, you have performed all over the world. Which country has the worst fans? Your wife, Hayley, has some very famous friends that she is really close to.
Yeah, right.
Rank these friends of hers from your favourite to your least favourite. Gigi Hadid.
Should I do it?
Hang on, wait. Hang on. Gigi Hadid, Kendall Jenner, and Cara Delevingne. From your favourite to your least favourite.
All right.
There's no way you're going to answer this.
All right. Kendall, Gigi, Cara Delevingne.
Oh my God!
Okay. Bravo, Biebs. I mean, he has to go home that night. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see what was sitting in front of him?
Well, with that answer, thank you, Kendall, for perfectly setting me up here. With that answer, Justin was able to avoid eating bull penis.
Yeah.
That's right.
I would have said anything.
Something I never thought I would say on the Jason Show. That's right, yeah. Next, shooting star, yeah. Next in the dish, 3 iconic movie stars are coming together for a new movie. Now, you're thinking, okay, why is this a big deal? Well, it's because it's been 24 years since their first movie together. Which one? Bloop, look.
Anyway, you don't own me. Don't tie me down, 'cause I'll never stay. I don't tell you what to say. I don't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of you.
That's right, one of the best scenes. Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, and Diane Keaton are coming back together to start a new movie called Family Jewels. It's about 3 women who were all once married to the same man, spending Christmas together after the dude dies. No word on when the movie is going to come out. So it's not a sequel to this. And let me just tell you right now, that story that I just read, that scripting was written by our intern Kenny. That's right. Now, how dare you? Kenny got a bigger applause than I did. Wait, it's joking. No, why I bring this up is, audience, are you ready for this? Kenny had to Google who Diane Keaton was.
It's not his fault.
Yeah. Kenny stars as the Hamburglar. Right there. It's right there. Burglar. We have a lot. Or Esther Williams waiting for Tom and Jerry. Either one. We have a lot more to come, everybody. Stay right there. Back after this. Coming up next, from do you recline your airline seat to how do you handle housekeeping? We all have travel etiquette dilemmas. Well, thank goodness our manners expert, Julie France, is back to clear the air, and she's also answering your questions from our Facebook page. Plus, what's the smell? The one smell that sends you over the edge. We're going into our studio audience to find out. Stay right there. The Jason Show will be right back.
Imagine it's a Thursday matinee in a dinner theater, and the people are sitting right next to the stage, and in the opening number, which is the pirate, I am a pirate king, da-da-ba-da-da, right? You're working with an understudy across from you you've got a sword toss. He tosses the sword. He is so amped up that he hits, before I can catch, we're tossing at the same time. As I'm releasing this sword, his sword hits me in the chest and slices my chest open.
No.
The metal hasp of the sword falls off the stage and hits an elderly woman on top of her head with her son, who's taking her to a nice Thanksgiving meal. Now we're still singing. The number's still going on. I'm dancing, but everyone in the whole theater is looking at her. Slowly, her head goes down to the table.
Oh, no.
Like this. Nobody cared about. I didn't get one laugh the whole show. Everybody thought, they blamed me. It was a nightmare of a show.
Is she okay?
Yes.
Okay, good.
As far as I know.
Okay, got it.
As he knows. Well, that story took a turn. Yeah. By the way, Kenny had to Google who Hamburglar was, by the way. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You've seen him, yeah. Scott Bakula on Corden last night talking about a memorable acting moment on stage. Have you ever heard a show called Quantum Leap? He was on, no.
Kendall had to Google that.
No, I'm actually glad because Quantum Leap went up against Dallas for a while. So no. I did not promote that show.
Never even heard of it.
No. Any show that went up against Dallas, no. Miami Vice did, never watched that. No.
Who needs it?
Who needs it? Next in the dish, Harrison Ford's new movie, The Call of the Wild, hits theaters this weekend. And already, without seeing it, I have a problem. But first, here's a little bit of the trailer.
I came up here because I didn't want to be around anyone. met Buck. He was a dog like no other. He'd been spoiled.
Out! Come on, Buck.
And he'd suffered.
Come on.
But he could not be broken.
I don't know where you came from, but I know where you are now. Welcome to the last place on the earth.
I should let him have a minute. Doesn't look like he's ever seen snow before. How do you feel about an adventure?
He's a dog like no other. Because he's not a dog! The Call of the Wild. The Call of the Wild has two people that's important. The human, that's Harrison Ford. And then the other important thing in the movie is the dog. And what did they do? They didn't get a real dog. They made a computer-generated dog. Last time I checked, there are real dogs that they could have used. Now you're thinking to yourself, but Jason, what about PETA? You know, what about the people that would lose their mind? You know, let me tell you something. The pets are treated better on movie sets than the interns. You know what I mean? There are so many regulations. But even if that's the argument, fine. If there's too many stunts, you get the computer-generated Lassie to do those stunts. And then you get a real dog to stand next to Harrison Ford. Because you should only use computer. He's not a velociraptor, he's a dog. And the whole time, now that I've told you this, the whole time, nobody's going to enjoy that movie because they're going to be looking at that dog going, it ain't real. It's a human that's 42 years old with 3 kids. It is, it's a human.
It's Andy
Harrison
Serkis?
Ford, he was on Sunday Morning and they showed it's a dude in a motion capture suit. So there's Harrison Ford next to Brian with going like this with dots on his head. Why not go to a shelter? Why not go to a shelter and go, look, there's Benji, let's go. It's ridiculous. It makes the movie laughable. And this is a great story. It's a great story. It's a classic. It was written by Jack London. It's been remade 4,000 times. And every time, you know what? They had a real dog. Benji's made 4,000 movies. You know what? Benji was real. If Lassie had a problem, you know what they would do? They would get another Lassie, you know?
Okay.
Ren 1010 was Ren 1010.
Okay.
But now we have to. There's a dog.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's ridiculous. Now go back and look at that trailer. You won't be able to enjoy it because it looks so fake.
I knew that, and I still really am gonna go see the movie. I really actually like the trailer still.
Okay, that's great.
But one of my favorite dog movies of all time
Yeah?
is Balto, and that whole thing is full of fake stuff. Have you seen Balto?
No, I haven't seen Balto, but isn't that that's an animated film?
Balto?
Yeah, but okay, Balto is a cartoon.
Yeah, but everything we watch is half animated, half real now. I mean, Disney's made like an empire out of it.
Then fine, then animate Harrison Ford. I mean,
How dare you?
But that's your argument. But I'm just saying, and again, do not write me. I'm an animal lover. I'm telling you, the protections for animals on sets are amazing.
Are outrageous.
Outrageous.
Yes.
Again, the dog would be treated better than the intern. No offense, Kenny. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But fine, I get there are a lot of stunts that a real dog can't do. My thing is, then split it in half. Get a real pooch to do, to stand next to Harrison for close-ups, and then then computer generate the dog jumping off a train or whatever you need it to do.
Do you think maybe, and I don't know, but do you think they maybe tried to do that and then there was just too big of a difference?
Then don't make the movie. Then don't make the movie. Then don't make the movie.
Okay.
And again, they've done it 8,000 times, and they've done different variations of this. Fang, they called it White Fang in the 90s. They've done,
Oh, that was supposed to be,
It's a takeoff of it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's just ridiculous. I love Disney, but huge mistake. And mark my word, on Monday, that movie's gonna be a huge bomb. I'm telling you, huge bomb. Yeah.
It's really hot over here. It's like a lot of fire coming. It's hot.
Watch, it's gonna be the #1 movie. Watch, it's gonna be #1. And Kathy Melissa's not in that movie, is she? No, she's not in that movie. Okay, I just want to make sure. Whoop! Okay, there we go.
She's the dog.
Yeah.
She said she's
Oh,
the dog.
is she the dog? Is she playing?
Let's see where she gets it.
Yeah. Melissa's the dog. Now, see, I knew that would happen. Now I want to go see it. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Next in the dish, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell star in the new movie Downhill. That's another bomb. And recently, and recently sat down with Vanity Fair to take a lie detector test. Look at this.
Of course, you played Elaine
Yes,
Bennis
Dennis.
on Seinfeld.
I did.
Are you sick of talking about Elaine's dance moves?
I kind of am. Yeah.
Barry? So, do you want to talk about Elaine's dance moves?
Sure. Barry?
Lie.
You've won 11 Emmy Awards.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Have you ever pretended to be surprised when you win and the camera's on you?
No.
Legitimately surprised every time?
Of course, you don't know if you're going to win.
There wasn't one year where you're like, I kind of
I know there were certain years I thought I had a better shot than others,
Yeah?
but you never know.
So it was always a,
Yeah.
that's nice to hear.
And not a lie. 11. Just for a minute, just think of that number. Forget the lie thing. That's 11. 11. I mean, that she's... Yeah. I really mean, I think she's a modern day Lucy as far as like a queen of comedy.
But a lot nicer.
Yeah, Lucy was not nice in real life. But yeah, but she's a modern day Lucy. I mean, she's one of the greats. Next in the dish, Peter's down to the final 3 and fantasy suites are coming up on Monday. ABC released a little teaser of The Bachelor and things are looking juicy. Look at this.
I haven't seen Madison like this before. She's unwinding. She gave him an ultimatum. And I'm sorry, that's disgusting. Putting him in that position is so unfair. Are you kidding me?
This week is Fantasy Suite Week. I am in love with 3 women right now. And I have no idea how I'm gonna do this.
All 3 of us will be like living together. Awkward. So awkward. It is kind of a black and white situation. These are the expectations I have for myself. These are the expectations that I have for our relationship. I wouldn't be able to move forward if you have slept with the other women.
It's all coming up next week on The Bachelor.
Okay, I gotta say, you knew what you were signing up for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The show's been on since God was a boy. You know what I mean? You know what's happening. I get it. I respect her. I'm with her. I wouldn't touch that cesspool of disease. You know what I mean? No, the environment. No, not him. I'm just saying, ew.
I know, not him. He is windmill guy though. So like you went and signed up with windmill guy.
Yes, you knew it was windmill guy. I'm telling you, I would Lisa rented that whole house after that was all done. And what I mean by that is handy wipe. I would be disinfectant wipes everywhere. No, that's gross. I am not a prude in any sense of the word. I'm not. But that to me is the fantasy suite thing, and now making all the women live together after the fantasy suite night is gross.
It's so gross. What's weird is that they never really came out until quite recently that the fantasy suite meant that. And then within the last 2 years, they've just thrown it all to the wind. They're like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah, I was gonna say, but did anybody ever think that's
No.
the fantasy suite you're playing Uno? I mean, you know what I mean? Still ahead, the etiquette lady, Julie France from the St. Paul Hotel will join us to get you ready for travel season when we return. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. Our friends here. I know. Spring break is right around the corner, and that means a lot of us will be traveling. What are the etiquette rules that go with that? Give it up for one of your favorite guests on our show, etiquette expert from the St. Paul Hotel, the lovely Julie France, everybody. Welcome back, Julie. How are you?
I am doing very well. I'm ready for spring.
Yes, we are too. We are ready for you. We always love when you're here, and this is
Thanks
a
for having me.
great topic. This is a great
Yes,
topic.
it is.
Let's start with road trips, shall we?
Personally, one of my favorite ways to travel is road trips. Part of the reason is you are confined, you have your family confined, and it's a great time for conversation.
Yeah.
But there's two groups involved. There's the driver, and my father-in-law would always say, drive for the comfort of the passenger. And so your goal is to get from A to B safely with passengers, not blood pressure through the roof. So you want to obey speed limits. You don't want to engage in road rage. You are in control. Yep, no road rage. And you're the one that should find out, you know, what kind of music, how's the temperature, windows up or down. So you're kind of in control as the driver. And then there's the passenger, unless you have something to add.
I do, Julie.
Okay.
But what if you're the driver and there's a person going 30 in the left lane on the highway? Can I yell a little bit?
No, you cannot,
Okay.
and you can only use your horn in order to avert an accident. You can't. Yeah. I think it's a good thing I come on this show.
I think it is, yeah. Okay, passengers.
Passengers' responsibility is to not distract the driver. Do not be a backseat driver, which I do sometimes. My husband's here today. He can attest to the fact that sometimes I do a little bit of that. I think it's for safety.
Yeah,
safety. And then again, just try to be pleasant. And if they need somebody to navigate, watch phones. We always work together with that. You know, do you want to use your system or should I get on Waze? And so just be available to help with the driving.
As a passenger, Julie, do you activate the fake brake? I love when people in the passenger seat,
I do. And I just have to say, my husband's a great driver, but sometimes a little too close.
A little too
comfort.
close.
So I do one of those like
The fake brake, yeah.
red lights. I see red lights.
Yep. Let's move to air. Oh, air travel's
Air
been in the
travel.
news a lot lately.
Yes. Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Well, a couple of things. Actually, you brought it up this morning about the changes coming
Real
up
ID.
October 1st. So I did bring this article. And yes, be prepared. Number one, what documents do you need when you are traveling? And I think, you know, rude behavior is escalated when you are running late. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. Everybody's blood pressure's up, yeah.
And so I am a person, and again, a lot of times my sons will go, Mom, you don't have to be to the airport 3 hours in advance. Oh yes, I do, because then I won't be rude. And so they do say,
I love you so much. I just do, yeah.
So it depends where you're going. Are you in afternoon drive?
Yeah.
For how long you need to be there. It can be anywhere from 1 to 2.5 hours in advance, but you just have to, again, look at all the situations and just allow yourself plenty of time.
Yeah.
It will keep your blood pressure down, and again, it will make things just go a little bit more smooth.
Can I ask you,
Yes.
I mentioned that it's been in the news.
Yes.
Where do you fall on recline gate?
I am so glad you asked that question because they have made the seats to recline. This is part of the space that you have bought, and you have a little button that you can push it back. Now, with that being said, you should be polite and just turn around and make sure that someone's not in the middle of getting up or pouring a drink, and then just say, I'm going to put my seat back. That's the rule of etiquette. You have every right. Yeah. Now, on short flights, and again, on my bucket list is to someday sit in first class. That would be awesome because you can recline and sleep. You know, I am usually on the seats where here's how it looks. Upright, recline.
Yeah.
And so is it really worth to even, you know, bother? I mean, it's just, I'm not reclining that much more. But you do have the right. The polite thing is just alert them. I'm going to put my seat back, and then you can do that. We just have a lot of people that have a very short fuse, and they need to come and take an etiquette class at the St. Paul Hotel.
Yeah.
They really do. Come to the hotel.
I want to, because we're going to keep Julie around, I want to stay on this because it's
Right.
flying is the majority of travel other than driving.
Yes.
What about how people treat flight attendants?
Totally unacceptable. You don't ever go anywhere, whether it's in a restaurant, and order them around or order around a flight attendant. This is their job, and every day we get up, we need to have the attitude that I will treat each person that I encounter with courtesy and respect. Flight attendants are having to be referees up in the clouds anymore. And that is just unacceptable. I think airlines are going to have to start to be really strict that if you caused a ruckus on an airplane, you'll be banned from it. I mean, I think we just have to start being really tough.
Yes, very.
Very tough. Yep.
And we also have to remember they're there for our safety first. They are not servants.
Exactly.
They are not. They are there. Their number one priority is to keep us safe.
Right.
It's not to bring you 4 different types of crackers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
You know, can I just say, Jason?
Absolutely, Julie. You can
really
say whatever you want. That's why I love you.
You know, in the 60s, what emerged was this me firstism. Look out for number 1. If it feels good, do it. Don't get mad, get even. That is totally contrary to a civilized society. And if you go out into the world with that attitude, then you know what? You're going to end up blasting your way through, and you won't end up with another person that wants to be around you for the rest of your life.
I want to be around Julie when we come back. Back after this, everybody. Love it. I was curious. I wasn't sure where you were going to land with. Welcome back, everybody. More with etiquette expert from the St. Paul Hotel, Julie Prance. Airlines, let's move to the ground to hotels.
Hotels. Some of the most missed manners at hotels are children running up and down the halls, people talking loudly. And can I just say this? When someone's staying in a hotel, we don't know the situation they're in. They might be there because they've got a child in a nearby hospital, their sleeping schedule. Here is the rule of etiquette. When you are in a hotel, you should only whisper in the halls. Only whisper. I don't care if it's 12 noon. Whisper, because we don't know if somebody's taking a late nap or was up all night with a sick child. We don't know. And so no loud talking in the halls. Do not allow your children to run up and down, to play in the elevators. Do not let doors slam. If you're coming and going, gently hold them, otherwise they slam and they can wake people up. Televisions that are on too loud and radios on too loud. And last time my husband and I were staying somewhere, we were rudely awakened 3 o'clock in the morning to 2 people yelling, screaming, and I think they could have been throwing things. Yeah, and it's like, you know, take it outside. Take it outside.
Go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, not the St. Paul Hotel, but a lot of hotel walls are made of basically cardboard. So, I mean, it's,
Exactly. Here's the overall thing to remember. You are sharing a sleeping experience with many, many other people.
Yeah.
And so you need to be respectful, you need to be considerate, and you just need to realize there's people that need their sleep. So keep it quiet when you're in the halls.
You have a quiz for me.
I do. I have a quiz. One of the other things when you're staying at a hotel is the only thing you should take with you are the memories and not towels and bathrobes and all these other things. So, Jason, a little quiz.
Okay.
Are you allowed to take extra tea if it's in your room? And they have, you know, they have tea. Can you take that?
Yeah?
Yes, you can take that. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Can you take the St. Paul Hotel?
No.
If you want to ask, we will sell it to you. But no, you cannot take it. And then a lot of times they'll have little snacks in your room, especially at the St. Paul Hotel. We don't have like a little separate snack area, but they have things in the room. Can you just go ahead and open this up and start chowing down?
No, you have to buy that.
That's
for
right. You'll
$87.
That's right.
Yeah.
We don't charge that much.
I know. Not at the St. Paul Hotel, but yeah.
So again, just be respectful. Can I just remind people?
Go ahead, Julie.
It is not polite to take things that don't belong to you. If I found a penny on the floor, I would pick it up and give it to you or give it to Jeff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pocket it. It doesn't belong to me. And so, hello, people, stealing is wrong.
Yeah, no matter what,
It's wrong.
Just because it doesn't have a price tag.
Right.
Let's go to some questions from our Facebook page. Kimberly writes, hi Kimberly, she says, hey Julie, she has 3 small kids and says, my husband and I prefer birthdays be celebrated with immediate family only, grandma and grandpa included. Is there a proper way to handle graciously not inviting extended family?
Okay, you're probably too young for this, but there used to be a song in the 60s that said, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
Oh, I know that song, yeah.
Okay, so it's your party and you can do what you want to. And as the hostess, you can entertain in the level that you feel comfortable with. The key will be, if you're inviting one set of grandpa and grandma, make sure you invite the other set. So we don't want any exclusion because nobody wants to be excluded from things. But if you're doing a tier, aunts and uncles, then you better do all the aunts and uncles
Yeah.
and on its way down. But it is totally up to you to entertain to the level that you feel comfortable. And if somebody's having a little hissy fit about it, then tell them, hey, let's meet at McDonald's, we'll let the kids play, and we'll celebrate there. You know, put a little candle in a Egg McMuffin or something.
Shannon says, she asks, I hate making small talk on airplanes or Uber rides. Is it rude of me to have headphones on to avoid conversation?
And we didn't cover that when we talked about flights, but I will cover that. No, it is not rude, but you must first of all acknowledge the existence of another person. A smile, a greeting. How are you today? How are things going? And then if that's it, that's fine. Put on your face mask, your earphones, you know, make it very clear you don't want to talk. But you do owe it to another human being to acknowledge their existence.
Yeah. Julie France, everybody. To learn more about Julie, check out our website, everydayetiquette.com. And for more etiquette classes and other events at the fabulous St. Paul Hotel, go to stpaulhotel.com. Still ahead, everybody, we're talking about smells that we cannot stand when we come back. Back after this. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Leslie. Mwah. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Well, smell is something that is... It's Leslie Gore, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Smell is something that is very subjective. You may love a certain perfume and other people may hate it. I remember wearing Drakkar in the 90s. Everybody hated that. That's right. Same goes for everything from garlic to gasoline. Well, this week, this is why we're talking about. The New York Times had an article about scent asking, what's the world's worst smell? And the answer is something called stench soup. And it's created by a psychologist hired to develop a stink bomb for the Department of Defense. So, wow, okay. That's something there. There we go. So it got us thinking, what do you think is the most annoying smell? So we're going to go into the audience. Let's talk to, where's Torgy, everybody? Hi! First of all, what is that you're holding?
It's a present from my mom to you because she watched our kids today, so we could be here.
Oh, is this a Baby Yoda?
Yes.
Look at that! Let's get a shot of the Baby Yoda. Forget the dumb question. I got a Baby Yoda. What's your mom's name?
Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you for. There we go. What camera there? Look at the there we go. Look at the Baby Yoda. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, let me have the question though. What's the worst smell to you?
I don't like tar or asphalt when it's just first being let down.
Okay, so my producer Dawn McLean said this on the radio show, and I got to tell you, I actually like that smell. I do. I know, yeah. But it does. It's like markers to me. Like that's what we did in the 80s.
You like black jelly beans?
No, I hate black jelly beans. Hate them. Oh no. But tell your mom thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. Okay. Where's Maria? Maria up here? Sorry, we're a little bit in the dark up here, but what's the worst smell for you?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
I relate it back to the dentist as a child. You know how they clean your teeth?
Yeah.
They always use cinnamon, so I hate it to this day. I smell it and I'm like, no.
Okay.
Get it away.
Maria, let me tell you, I'm just like you with this, but this is embarrassing and I'll just say it. My 21st birthday, Aftershock is a cinnamon schnapps.
Yes.
Thank you.
I've had it.
And my friends thought it would be a great idea for Jason to basically drink the entire bottle.
I love it.
And then I started eating the crystals out of the bottom of the bottle.
No.
So to this day, I can't even smell Big Red gum.
Well, fun fact, it's my birthday today. So
It's your birthday! Happy birthday!
Absolutely. Thank you.
We will not have cinnamon today. No. Aunt Susie and Aunt Kathy, everybody. Stand on up. How are you? No, it's Aunt Kathy. Which one's Aunt Kathy? It's your birthday, right?
my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Aunt
you.
Kathy. What is there? Do you have a smell that you hate?
When you clean the oven.
Oh, the oven
Self-cleaning
cleaner
oven,
smell.
yes.
That's horrendous.
Yes.
When do you say Melissa next?
July.
July? Okay, yeah,
July.
because she usually comes back for
Yes,
July.
yes.
Tell her I have a present for her. I told her
will.
she wants to bring something to Reba, a little biscuit, little action there. So yes, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, who's next? Where is Alicia? Alicia. Hi, Alicia. I'll come down to you. You stay right there. I'm going to come right here. What's the smell for you?
Subway bread. The bread at Subway?
Seriously?
Yeah, I absolutely hate it.
I'm trying to remember the smell.
When I walk in Subway and smell the bread, I turn back around. So, yeah.
I love her. I love her. I've never heard. That is fantastic. Okay, we have time for one more. Where's Deb? Huh, Deb, I'm right by you. Go ahead and stand on up. What's your worst smell?
There's a mink farm in Cold Spring, and when we would go past it on the way to the cabin, we would roll the windows down quickly just to smell how horrible it was.
And roll it right back up.
Roll it right back up because they grind them up and make oil, and it's pretty awful.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a break. Just look at Baby Yoda. That'll take your mind off everything. That's right. We're going to take a break, everybody. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. Stay with us, everybody. Oh, God. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. We always encourage you to follow us on social media, but now there's a new reason to definitely check us out on Facebook, and that is people are loving this, and it started as almost a joke. We call it the Jason Show Before the Show. And what you do is we take cameras into our pre-show meeting, which sometimes is very unedited.
It's always very unedited.
It's very unedited. We say things we absolutely could never say on television.
No.
And you get a kind of glimpse into what goes into kind of making the show. You meet all of the characters, director Leo, producer Ted, you already know him, executive producer Jeff. So if you want to find that, we do it weekdays around 9:15 on Facebook. Just search for Jason Show TV, and you can see past episodes of the Jason Show Before the Show right now on our Facebook page. Did we learn anything that Leo always promotes where he's going to be playing curling?
Yes,
You can see that, that's
where
right.
you can see him curl.
Kenny is hoping to get a coffee endorsement eventually.
Yes,
it's hysterical,
he's working on
Anyway, and you can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram and our personal accounts too. Kendall Mark and Jason Matheson. We're going to take a break, everybody, and wrap things up right after this. Stay with us. And Kenny, follow. Oh, it is cute. Welcome back. We were just laughing. We were mentioning social media, ironically, in the last segment, and Kendall and I were talking about what we're doing this weekend, and I said I kind of have the house to myself. So I said my best friends, Jen and Lisa Lacourcier, we're gonna go around Minneapolis and and we're gonna end up at my house. We're gonna have like a slumber party. And I said the last time we did this, we got in the hot tub and we thought it was a great idea to go live on Instagram. And Lisa and we were sitting there and I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? And I'm doing a Q&A in the hot tub. I'm like, I'm answering questions and Lisa's there when I'm just like, who thought this was good? So you may just want to check out social media tonight because you never know. Could be a Jason hot tub party. Just search for Jason Matheson, but yeah. My mom needed a good laugh at that time and she goes, were you naked on the internet? And I said, no, I was wearing a swimsuit.
Thanks, Mom.
I don't do that, but yeah, anyway, it was
hysterical.
Oh, you got on, and
Hysterical.
Lisa goes, look, Kendall's on here. I was like, oh my goodness, Kendall seeing me shirtless. It was horrifying, yeah. Monday on the show, Stephanie Hanson's gonna join us, and producer Ted is heading to a pageant camp.
Yes, this is going to be glorious.
What is he doing at the Is he learning to be a pageant
He's
person?
with Miss US, the old Miss USA. She's like giving him pointers. Because remember how bad he was when we tried to just get Eric to help him?
That's right, because Ted is
Terrible
trying
idea.
to be a professional pageant judge as a side hustle other than producing this broadcast. That's right. So you'll see that coming up on Monday. And don't forget, if you missed today's episode, you can always see our replay at 3 p.m. here in the Twin Cities on our sister station, Fox 9 Plus. And we put each day's episodes, the full episodes, on our YouTube channel. Just search for Jason Show TV. We put those up a little bit later. But right now, thanks to this incredible audience, Aunt Julie and Aunt Kathy, and thanks to you. If you're watching, everybody, and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Watch for that hot tub party.